Okay friends, it's time to get started on replacing our spark plugs. Now on this engine, it's a 4.0 liter engine. It's going to be a 6-cylinder. You're going to find 3 spark plugs located over on the driver's side of the engine. Those ones are pretty much right out in the open. You're also going to find 3 more over on the passenger side. Those ones are out in the open as well. They're just a little bit harder to get to. Now to start removing the spark plugs, what you're going to want to do is reach down and go ahead and grab onto the spark plug wire. We want to go ahead and give it a little twist and try to make sure that it's broken free from the spark plug itself because we don't want to damage it in any way. After it's broken free, just go ahead and start tugging on it and pull it off of the spark plug. Once you have it off of there, the next thing you want to do is pay attention inside of the boot. Look to see if you can see any funny colors. If you do, it's corrosion and it would need to be dealt with. Aside from that, make sure it's nice and soft and pliable and it doesn't look like it's torn or worn or damaged in any way. Assuming it looks good, you can go ahead and set that aside. Now once you have the wire off of there, the next thing that you're going to want is a spark plug socket. A spark plug socket is going to have a little rubber bushing inside of there and it's going to hold onto the spark plug. Essentially it just goes on like that, and as you can tell, the spark plug does not want to fall out of there. This is super important, especially for the installation process. Now before we go ahead and take the spark plug out of there, let's blow a little bit of compressed air in the area to make sure we blow free any debris. Let's take that spark plug socket and put it directly onto the spark plug. Now once you have your spark plug socket on there and any extension you might happen to need, just go ahead and start loosening this by turning it counterclockwise. We'll fully remove this from the engine. Now it's a good idea to give your spark plug a quick inspection. Generally down along the bottom, where the electrode is where you're going to see the most. Make sure it doesn't look like it's worn at an angle. That's something that's pretty common. Aside from that, we can go ahead and set this aside, compare it to the new one, and then get ready for our install. Before we go ahead and put in our new spark plug, a couple things you want to pay attention to is this strap right along here, that's the ground strap, and the electrode, which is the center piece right there, aiming towards the ground strap. You want to make sure the gap looks right. If it looks like it's peened down or even touching, that's very bad. Other than that, pay attention to the ceramic up along here. That's the insulator. You want to make sure you don't see any black lines. If you do, that could mean it's cracked, and that typically happens during shipping. Time to install our spark plug. Once you have it started in by hand, you can continue on tightening it up with your ratchet. Now that it's bottomed out, let's torque it to 13 foot-pounds. Commonly, when people are replacing their spark plugs, they're also going to replace their spark plug wires. Whether you're replacing them or not, it's a good idea to use a little bit of dielectric grease right along that spark plug boot, essentially where the spark plug's going to go. Let's slide the boot right on the spark plug, listen for a click. There it is. Give it a wiggle, make sure it's secure. Now at this point, the process is going to be the exact same thing for every other spark plug. There's 6 spark plugs, 3 on one side, 3 on the other. Thanks for watching.